Hey, my tribe. Welcome in, Virgos. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. It's your girl, Empress Meek, bringing some love, light, and spiritual wisdom, guidance, and truth on your path. Thank you to each and every one of you and for all you do for our channel. If you're waiting for your personal reading, just be patient. If you've been thinking about booking one with me, book it at Closer2MyDestinys.com. You can also book me on Etsy. Let's get into this message. What do we have for my Virgos? Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, Holy Angels, Ancestors, and Spirit Guides. Doesn't matter where you have Virgo in your chart, my love. This is the channel and the family for you. So come on, vibe high with us. For Virgo, what is the energy for Virgo? Thank you so much, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Ancestors, and Guides, for your love, your support, your wisdom, guidance, and truth. Thank you so much for giving Virgo the messages that they need to know at this time. All right, Virgo. So, okay, you could be on your final move. You feel like you got one more move to make before, boom, you enter in this joyous chapter where everything changes. Everything is the way that you see that it should be. Everything is happening according to your divine calling and according to God's will for your life. I feel like you are so close. With this one last move, it says you have come far on your journey. Keep going and you will soon see what you have accomplished. Last step, almost there and close. And I feel like some of you guys have been growing impatient because you know how the closer you get to something, the more impatient you kind of get. And you're like starting to wonder like, well, when, well, how, well, what, like what else do I have to do or whatever the case may be. And then boom, something happens to change things and shift. All right, it's your time, right? So I just want you guys to know that you're closer than you think, and Spirit is telling you not to give up. God is definitely on your side and nudging you, pushing you to the right direction and showing you with little signs and wonders. Don't ignore them. It's proof that you need to keep going and you're closer than you think you are to getting the results that you want to obtain. All right, we got pause and reflect here. Happy Tuesday, y'all. You know, how y'all doing today? Pausing and reflecting on some things that's happening in your life. You could be thinking about where you are right now, thinking about what you need to get where you want to go. Some of you guys could be having a shift in perspective of what you want to do and what direction you're moving in. Whatever this is, the Virgos that I'm connecting with today, you're reflecting on some things that have happened, things that are good that have happened. You could be looking at how far you've come so far, and you could also be taking a look at how much more you want to do, how much farther you want to go. A lot of you guys are thinking about what you had to give up and sacrifice to get here. And a lot of you guys are thinking about how much more you need to let up to have that heavy weight lifted and to be able to accomplish the things that you're setting out to accomplish. So this is just a time of reflection, a time of review for you to take account of where you are and what you want, right? Some of you need to protect your energy. Again, we get in this card again. Your energy is so valuable, Virgo. You got to recognize that. You got to remember that. Keep that in mind when you're dealing with these different people, when you're dealing in these different situations, going into these different places. Remember to protect your energy. And this doesn't mean that you have to be standoffish and not socialize, but this definitely means that you have to pick and choose who you give your energy to. Not everybody should be hugging on you. Not everybody needs to be shaking your hand. Not everybody needs to be all in your face and in your space, watching your every move. Just be mindful of the people that you keep around you. Be mindful of the people that you keep around you. Not everybody has your best intention in mind, and not everybody is watching you and beside you and around you because they support you. Some people want to switch places with you. Some people want to be you. They want to have what you have, or they want to learn how to get where you are. And it might not be for their best interest. They might not be the greatest person. Like, they could be hiding who they are, hiding their intentions. I just feel the need to let you know to protect your energy, and it's coming out here in these cards, but I felt like I needed to make it more specific, right? So keep those things in mind, Virgo, and protect your energy. It says protect your energy and guard yourself against the people and things that drain you. Exactly. So just be careful and be mindful of the things that might drain your energy. Be mindful of the little energy vampires that you might be around, or people that's just trying to be around you just so they can benefit for their own selfish reasons, you know? So just keep that in mind, Virgo. We have unlikely source here. So something good, something wonderful, something amazing is happening for you. And it's going to happen in the most unexpected way. It's something that you didn't even think about. But once you do this, it's going to change everything. So I'm here to let you know that something amazing is about to happen for you. And you don't expect the way that it's going to happen. Like you didn't even think about this. It says even from some of the most unexpected sources, unexpected and unconsidered. So it's something around you that is wonderful. And you're being reminded that not to give up, it's not to give up your beliefs and what you think could happen for you. Just don't be locked into it happening only one way. So it's more than one way. You ever heard them say it's more than one way to skin a cat? So it's more than one way that this outcome can happen for you, but you just have to be mindful of that and not only focus on one way to do something, or not only be ready to receive it from this side. It could definitely be happening from this side, and you just don't know. You never expected that, but it's great things that are here for you. You just have to be open to different possibilities, yeah. So independent, you guys could be kind of independent on your own, standing alone, or Spirit is saying pause and reflect on what you need to let go and what's in your way and what's stopping you from getting where you want to go. Maybe you need to protect your energy and release whatever is stopping you from getting there. For some of you guys, you're better off being alone at this time. Like you don't need to try to drag anybody with you on this journey. For some of you guys, God is showing you single-handedly that this is something that you're going to do by yourself. It doesn't matter what you want. What's happening is divine timing is at play in your life. And the only things that benefit you and suit you are going to be happening at this time. So many of you may want a partner and you're trying to force a narrative and you're trying to be seeking something that you just don't have right now, and you could be even longing for it. But Spirit wants you to be just as hungry to get the outcome that you've been asking for when it comes to your stability, your security, your spiritual wisdom and growth. Okay, this is what's important right now, because there's other things connected to you that need your energy, that need your focus, and they're benefiting from the way that you move and the way that you evolve and grow. So keep that in mind. Right now, you could be just meant to do something on your own. And I feel like as somebody sits with their thoughts and pause and reflect, it's becoming more and more clear about what you're meant to do. Somebody could be really getting in touch with their intuition. Somebody could be getting the answers. You're starting to see things a lot clearer now. You're starting to understand that there's limitless potential. All right? And you're starting to understand that you don't have to dress it up or try to make something seem like something that it's not. Everybody has these life experiences in order to help them grow and achieve their goals. And you have to actually wait until it's time for the universe to act on your behalf and give you that which you know that you deserve. It might not be your time just yet, but you have to be patient. You have to let divine timing take its course in your life, and you can't rush it. Right? Just take it slow and steady wins the race. Just take it slow and stay focused on the things that you have to focus on. Stay focused on the goal, the outcome, and do whatever it takes to get there. Don't let anything distract and stop you. And I feel like somebody needs to hear that, because a lot of y'all, like, somebody is surrounding themselves with people and things that they don't need right now. It's kind of hindering your better judgment and breaking your focus when you need to just be focused on what is most important. Yeah, I'm getting to tell you guys that. And there's nothing wrong with taking a step back and reflecting on your life and where you've come to and trying to figure out what do you need to do next to get to the next level. Some of y'all have been on autopilot where you're just working. Like you do the same routine every day and you're not really using your intuitive vision to see yourself doing anything else. So somebody needs to hear that, snap out of it and start manifesting exactly what you want, exactly what you need, and know that the divine is backing you up every step of the way. This is your confirmation, right? This is your confirmation that the divine has your back and you're being backed up every step of the way, okay? All right. So I'm being told to tell you that what's for you is always going to be for you. It's all about how you go about getting there, Like, are you actually reaching for what you want and what's meant for you? Yeah. Let's see what the cards want to tell you right now. What is it that you want to tell my Virgos? What is it that you want to tell my Virgos? What's here for the collective? Virgo collective. What do you want to tell Virgos at this time? Holy Spirit, holy angels. Thank you for your protection, loving your light. Binding and blocking all negative entities, energies, witchcraft, and wickedness. Confusing the enemy on our behalf and using everything for our greater good. All right, what do you need to tell Virgos at this time? Yeah, a lot of y'all are purging. A lot of you guys are purging, and you're putting... So I feel like for those of you who've been wanting somebody, or you're longing, or you're separated from somebody that you really wanted something to work with, you're purging that energy. You're overcoming. A lot of you guys are suppressing that energy. We're not even suppressing it. You're releasing it. You're shedding dead skin. Like, you're processing it. You're understanding why something happened. You're understanding why things didn't, and you're moving forward. So a lot of you are releasing that energy from the past. Whatever it is that you were, whatever negative thoughts you had, whatever the projections were that people were trying to send to you and how they were trying to hinder you and hold you back, you're releasing that energy. You might have cried your tears, but you're becoming emotionally balanced because you're actually taking the initiative to pause and reflect and give yourself credit for how far you've come. All right. So it's nothing that you can't do. And I feel like you're learning that by the way that you've released this situation, the way that you've moved past this. And a lot of you guys felt so broken and so out of place and so hurt by everything that was happening in your life in one season. But now when you look back, you see that you overcame that so easily. Like, it hurt for a moment, but you were strong enough. You were willing and you were dedicated enough to shed whatever you had to shed, let go of whatever you had to let go of, and take this leap of faith. And you knew it could be a lonely road, but somebody refused to let the past hold them hostage. You're like, I'm not going to sit here and keep thinking about the same old things and long for the same abuse, the same neglect, the same abandonment, those feelings that never served me and just made me stuck. Somebody's like, man, I'm done with that. Like, I'm moving past that. So you're reflecting and giving yourself credit for how far you've come, and you actually have released a lot. Some of you guys, you finally healed from this cycle, and this cycle is closed, and you are just rejoicing about it. Like, you feel it in your spirit. Somebody needs to protect their energy from whatever this is that's trying to come back. We picked up on some type of energy that's trying to revisit you. It was a lot of love between you and this person. Somebody wants a renewal. But I feel like if you let somebody back in your life, they may only drain you. I feel like some of you guys do know that already. Y'all wasn't even really watching that video. You were just like, I don't want to hear about no past. I don't want nobody coming back, or whatever the case may be. Some of y'all realize you looked at this person through rose-colored glasses enough. Like, you don't need this person coming back confusing your mind. I feel like somebody burnt their bridge. They just burnt their bridge. This person did the most when y'all were together. And I feel like this is why you don't want them. You don't want anything in the past that hindered you or hurt you. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. 100%. Why would you? Right? But with this renewal, there's confusion. And I feel like y'all are just trying to stay away from all of that. And you are protecting your energy from all of these people from the past. Because you're like, everybody, all of them used me in a certain way, Virgo. You feel like they used you in a certain way. Like, you just like, I'm not letting anybody do that anymore. Yeah. Somebody's in their thoughts and in their head about this. Somebody feels like you're not really telling them how you really feel. You know, somebody's feeling like you could be putting a wall up when it comes to you letting them know how you feel. I feel like somebody could even feel like you feel more than you're leading on. But really, you're protecting yourself from them. Like, you already know. Like, how many times does somebody have to betray you for you to know you can't trust them? Independent. Could be talking to my divine feminine here. Just feeling like I'm better off on my own right now. I'm not rushing it. God wants you to know that, you know. There's some type of new opportunity that you could be going after with this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy with the fire. This is the Ace of Wands. So you could be going after something new, or a new opportunity or a new beginning is here in your life. This could have something to do with the person, and this could be that offer from them in the past with this renewal. But for some of y'all, it's a renewal within yourself. Like, you're getting back in touch with yourself and who you were before the trauma, before the pain, before the heartache. Some of you guys are overcoming obstacles and rising up to the next level, where people never even thought that you would make it from. Like, you're doing way better than they ever expected you to, and you're not looking back. That's what really got these people, like, confused and in their head. For some of you guys, like, this person, you know this person will always love you and have some type of feelings for you. You know that. And it doesn't mean that you don't care about them. But at the same time, you offered them an opportunity to be with you. You offered them your heart. You are willing to invest wholeheartedly, and they didn't want it. So for a lot of y'all, you like, man, I'm not sweating the past. Like, whatever didn't happen wasn't meant to. And whatever did, I learned from. And that's fair. All right? That's growth. Yeah, right now, you could look at this masculine energy coming out in the reverse. I just feel like, and I'll read these cards in the reverse, but usually they're not. But yeah, this is some type of distance here. For my divine masculines, you could be keeping a distance from this feminine energy, offering you another chance. Finally, you see somebody is alone and by themselves, or they're trying to market themselves like, yeah, I'm all alone. It's just me. Like, I'm good. And somebody is like, no, like, you don't want to deal with this person. For some of my feminine energies, you could be keeping a distance from this masculine energy. This person is a bit arrogant. They are stuck in their ways. This person also hides who they really are and their true intentions. I feel like they kind of stay quiet, and it's like, you know how when this person takes their hood off, you can see how they really look. You can see if they might have this and they're showing off this part, but what's under here. So somebody not maybe hiding their appearance, or not really comfortable with how they look, or feeling a bit insecure, or they don't want you to see who they really are. And I feel like because of this, you could be keeping a distance from them. Because somebody is like, you're not fooling me. Like, talk is cheap. You can talk all you want, but I need to see your actions aligned. And somebody is not aligning their actions with the things they say. Unlikely source. Something wonderful can come from an unlikely source. Yeah. I feel like, and I honestly feel like the unlikely source is you just exploring new possibilities. Exploring new opportunities. You moving away from something that never served you in the first place. Like, and I feel like now that you know this, you don't feel the need to open up to this person or be a part of them. And it could be a bunch of attraction. Look at these cards that turned over. Somebody's having an epiphany. They feel bad about the past, and it's a strong attraction. This keeps coming out because you're desirable right now. It's the changes that you've been making in your life into yourself. And somebody really feels like they find you more attractive when you're not chasing, and when you are in this energy of, I'm not interested. Like, I'm not chasing you. Like, you didn't give me anything to chase for. Like, I don't chase anyway. Like, somebody is just like not pressed and not really being bothered with whatever somebody else wants. Yeah. Somebody sees that you found success. You found peace. You found an inner love for yourself rekindled from an unlikely source. Somebody, you're doing something that people didn't expect you to do. Or whatever you ended up doing, or however you ended up growing or becoming successful, you're doing something that nobody expected you to do. One last move before you're in this joyful chapter. And what the one last move is, it has something to do with healing your inner child. Facing reality about the situations that nearly broke you, that made you feel sad, that made you feel depressed, that make you not believe in yourself. What was it in you that made you settle for less for so long? Right? It's time to work on that. And it's easy for people to talk. But it's even harder for somebody to be real about their own situation and really air out what they really did. Like, you ever met somebody that always talking and they talk about, I ain't do this and I don't do that, and or they talking about somebody did X, Y, Z and 1, 2, 3 when they did it. You just was doing that. You were just there, and instead you acting like you forgot where you just came from just to impress somebody. Well, it's kind of like that energy. What was it? What was it that happened that made you so uncomfortable with who you really were and how you really felt, and what made you feel like you had to do whatever it took to fit in, like for somebody? And I know that sounds kind of deep, but this is what's coming out. You got the strength. This is going to bring you resilience. This is going to bring you strength. This is going to help you feel empowered when you face those inner demons, or whatever it was about your past and about what happened when you were a child or when you were growing up, how you were treated, what you were thinking about yourself, what you were taught to think about yourself, or what you observed that made you feel like you weren't equipped or you weren't able to have the very best. And some of us are brought up in those type of backgrounds where you're not taught to reach for the stars. You're not taught that you could be one of the greats. You're not taught to, some of us are not even taught to be homeowners and wealthy, like savings and all of that. Like, you'd be surprised. So what is it from your inner child that you need to heal? What is it that you've been exposed to that hinders you or holds you back? This is what's holding you back from that next chapter. And this is what Spirit is saying. One last move. If you could just heal this, you're there, right? You're there, right? It'll help you guys stop being so closed off. Stop being resistant to the things that's going to add to your life. And it'll help you open up to your dream, a wish granted, right? So what do you need to heal in your inner child that may be holding you back and hindering you from fully moving forward and operating in your highest power and your fullest potential? Spirit wants you to take a look at that. Okay? All right, y'all. This was your reading for today. Okay? It's something for you to celebrate about. You're being told to be open to receive exactly what it is that you deserve. And the main thing that somebody needs to heal from is whatever toxic patterns and habits that you may have been exposed to, or something that was taught to you, something that you could have been surrounded by. All right? Whatever that is, you're being told that it's time to heal from that. It's time for you to address the issue within so you can let go of attracting that type of energy into your life. All right? Somebody wanted to know about that. And so there it is. All right? Let's get one positive affirmation card for Virgo. Let's get a message from your guides. We're just going to pick a random one. Let's see if you get your card picked. Okay. Break free. All right. It says break free. You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. All right? That's the message. Sending you love, light, and positive energy. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you on the next video.